Since I was a kid, the iconic found sign in upstate New York was a symbol of American manufacturing moving to China. The Founds Company completely shut down operations in 1984 when I was only 2 years old, moving everything overseas and decimating my home city. The people left little by little, and a once vibrant city became a depressed town. Throughout my life, the Found sign defined my hometown skyline. It was clearly visible from the thruway and seen by millions of people every year as they passed by or arrived to Amsterdam, New York. I never expected to own the iconic Founds building, but my own company, Sticker Mule, grew so quickly we ended up buying almost every functional manufacturing building in Amsterdam, creating nearly 1,000 manufacturing jobs thus far in the process. For the last 2 years, we debated what to do with the Found sign. Given everything happening in the world today, we decided to replace it with an equally iconic and symbolic sign that represents the return of manufacturing jobs to America and the triumph of the underdog against insurmountable adversity. No one thought we'd build a massive manufacturing company in America, just as no one expected a certain individual would become president, survive multiple assassination attempts, and inspire people all around the world that they're able to do more than they ever dreamed possible. Our Vote for Trump sign, designed by a team of local artists, uplifts the Amsterdam, New York skyline with a symbolic message that manufacturing can return to America, and no one should need to fear supporting the man leading the charge to make it happen.
Welcome back to Tipping Point. I'm your host, Riley Lewis, filling in for Kara McKinney. That was Anthony Constantino, the CEO responsible for installing and lighting up this gigantic Vote for Trump sign on the roof of his own sticker company called Sticker Mule, following a last-minute victory in court. It really is an amazing sight to behold. Last Friday, we showed you this video and discussed how Anthony is fighting for the free speech rights of all Americans, all while proudly supporting the greatest president this country has ever known, Donald J. Trump. And it just so happens that he saw this video on last week's episode of Tipping Point, and once he did, he reached out directly to us because he wanted to continue to spread that MAGA message and what he's been doing to stop political hate. Anthony Constantino is the CEO of Sticker Mule, and he joins us now. Anthony, thank you for being here today.
Thanks, Riley. Happy to be here to talk about the sign and all the other fun stuff we got planned.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to ask you about this event coming up this weekend, but I want to start just really quickly by saying it's amazing what you're doing, bringing jobs back to this country. The middle class in this country has been hollowed out. It really is sickening to see what's going on. So thank you, truly, for bringing jobs and manufacturing back to this country, because that's how we're going to make this country great again. So at least in part. Having said that, I'd love to hear all about your sign, what's going on with you, and of course, this event you have this weekend.
Sure. You know, just to give a little bit of background on this, I don't know if everybody knows the whole story, but I really got involved in this whole situation. I was sort of uninvolved in politics until the bullet hit President Trump, and I've been, like a lot of people, on the sidelines watching all the hate directed at him and his supporters for the last 8 years with really frustration. A stronger word is disgust. But I've been watching it for 8 years, and once the bullet hit, I said, look, I'm going to speak up and do something. So I sent an email that went viral advocating for people to stop all the nonsense. That had an interesting reaction, and then I just started thinking everything else I could do to help fix it. I think the best thing you do is respectfully admit you support the president. So I put this big, beautiful, artistically designed sign on top of my building. Everybody loved the sign. It was getting all sorts of excitement and enthusiasm as soon as people saw saw a little bit of it. And we started getting people from all over the country that wanted to come. We had 3 UFC superstars that wanted to come see it get lit up. We had people wanting to fly in, drive in. And once the Democrat mayor got word, they hit me with a restraining order. They went to a judge and arrested a restraining order saying my sign was a public safety hazard, and I had to cover it up under threat of arrest. While the crowd was gathering, my lawyers were hard at work trying to convince the judge to vacate the restraining order. And I was, 20 minutes away from starting the event with 3,000 plus people there, excited to see the sign, not knowing what was going to happen. And at the last minute, the judge decided to listen to our lawyers and vacate the order. And we got to do the event, light up the sign, and I think a lot of people wanted me to spend a few days in a slammer because they thought it would have been funny, but luckily we did everything the right way and the sign's lit. And I just got a message this morning, actually 10 minutes ago. Somebody locally wrote me and they said, I've been talking to 3 Democrat friends that were very upset about your sign, and they came to your event, and now they're on your side. They said that event was awesome, the sign's beautiful, and I don't know if they're voting for Trump or not, but they said you're turning a lot of people around are all on your side. People love the sign, and I think a lot of these people are going to change their opinions about the Trump voter and hopefully about Trump himself and vote for President Trump November 5th.
I just love that so much. Way to take initiative, truly. I mean, this is our republic. It's a country of, by, and for the people, and we're the ones that have to get in the game, use our voices, use our First Amendment right to get political change going on. So I just love this so much. And I also want to ask, so you have another event coming up this weekend, is that right?
Yeah, so my events, I started realizing I'm like, they really are for the people, by the people. You know, I'm not political. And Henry Cejudo, who came, he won the Olympic gold on behalf of America in China. He came and he said, this is an event like I've never seen before, because we had no politicians there. We were just regular people, UFC fighters, myself, and we had 3,000 plus people gathered. So we're doing another event this Sunday for the people, by the people. I think it's going to be even a bigger crowd, 5,000 plus people. I like to have surprises. So we got 2 or 3 big surprises at this event, but one of them I can talk a little bit about because it just released. But I got involved in putting together a rap song that I'm calling it supportive of Trump. But it's right now, it's on WorldStar Hip Hop, worldstar.com. It's the #1 hip hop website. It's front page, the #1 song. It racked up 1 million views in 24 hours. And these are guys that got together and they did a song because really addressing the fact that there's a lot of dishonesty in politics, and also addressing that President Trump did great things in terms of prison reform, because the guy that took lead in putting the song together with me was freed due to President Trump's prison reform efforts, and he has a really inspirational story. And this is a cool song. It's called Say What You Mean. I encourage everybody to go look it up. It's on worldstar.com right now. It's going to be on Apple, Spotify, and everything else soon. It's racking up millions of views, and that's going to be performed live for the first time this Sunday.
Wow. And where is this event taking place?
Amsterdam, New York. Sorry, yeah, she's Amsterdam, New York, 26 Out Street, Amsterdam, New York. And we want everyone to come from all over the country again. I'm already getting word. People are driving in. We got RVs showing up and all sorts of stuff. So it's going to be fun. And then I also announced we're going to be doing the biggest election night party in America in front of the sign November 5th instead. I think it's going to be the biggest by far, because no one's done a political party in a massive parking lot in front of a now sort of famous sign. And so I think we're going to get, who knows, 10 or 20,000 people. We're going to have heat lamps all over the place to keep people warm. We're going to have televisions galore. We're going to have free food from McDonald's. And I think we're going to get 10 or 20,000 people in front of a Vote for Trump sign waiting to hear the election. It's going to be like waiting for the ball to drop in New York City, but it's going to be waiting for the election results in front of the Vote for Trump sign. But we want everybody to come, Democrat, Republican, independent, indifferent, and show that we can all get along. We can all have fun again. We can be supportive again. And no matter what happens, we're going to treat each other nicely, treat each other with respect. But personally, I think we're going to see a big Trump victory if everybody does the right thing and gets out and votes.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm certainly hoping for that, but I'm also glad you're focusing really on unity. There's so much division and hatred in modern America and politics, and the people is just, how can we run this country together when we're so divided and constantly going at each other's throats? And then to see this political violence against Trump, not once, but twice. I mean, it truly is horrific to see that happening on U.S. soil. So I'm so glad to hear that you're also focusing on inviting Democrats, independents, people who might not even like Trump, at least they think they don't, because you might be able to get through to them or help them see things in a different way, and maybe it'll, change their mind or help them understand the movement behind him, because so many people who are outside of it wonder, why do you guys, vote for Trump? What do you see in him? And it's just nice to have a voice out there and to see you using your First Amendment right to really be, to bring people together and to build coalition to help us, rebuild this country. So thank you, of course, for that. And I also want to ask you, so I understand you have a PAC as well. So how did that get started, and what can you tell us about it?
Sure, I moved very quickly. Like I said, a bullet hit Trump, and I just started saying, what can I do to fix the situation? So I sent a letter. We put up a sign. We spun up a PAC, and this PAC's a unique PAC. We give away free Donald Trump stickers. They're happy, uplifting stickers. One says, awesome people love Trump. And we want people speaking up in a polite, happy way and admitting they support Trump. That's something that's been lacking the last 8 years. People have been bullied into silence, but we're seeing a major movement with people from all sides supporting Trump. Now you got RFK, Tulsi, 50 Cent, Mike Tyson, almost the whole rap community likes him. He really is the unity candidate now, but we want more people being able to admit they like him in a happy way. So my favorite sticker is awesome people love Trump. Everyone knows the Trump supporter's been defamed and bullied in a horrible way for the last 8 years. We want to make that perception go away, because really we want people to be happy on both sides. And to the extent that people on the left are scared of the Trump voter, it's not good for them either. We don't want what happened last time. I think Trump's going to win big in November if we all get out and vote early, do it as quickly as you can, get your friends to vote, to drag everyone. Like Trump said, you know, you got to drag everyone to the polls, but we don't want the left to be upset like they were last time. We don't want to see them suffering emotionally like they were last time. I know some people think that's going to be entertaining, but we don't want that. And to the extent we can get out there and admit we like Trump and have people speak up and say, I like Trump, the left is going to calm down. They're going to feel a lot better about the situation too. They're going to understand why people like Trump. Their suffering really came from the fact that the Trump voter stayed quiet and they didn't even know who the Trump voter was. So we want more people speaking up. It's going to help President Trump. It's going to help people that like President Trump, and it's going to help people on the left too be happier and be less fearful.
Yeah, absolutely. It's interesting you mentioned that before that assassination attempt, you weren't really involved in politics, and now you're really involved in it. So, you know, having said that, now that you've jumped into it and sort of taken a stand for what you believe in here, what kind of reaction are you getting from like close friends, family, from colleagues? What have you seen so far in the last couple of weeks?
You know, yeah, it's an interesting question. As a business person, this isn't a path to growing your business. It's the path to solving a problem. I like solving big problems. And I said to myself, as soon as this happened, I said, look, I'm not going to think about the big business end of this. Bullets are flying. This guy's risking his life to do what he thinks is right. The least I can do is at least admit I like him. You know, it's the least you could do is say, hey, I like you. And because too many people that like him just stayed quiet. So I said, listen, all I'm going to do is say I like him. It's insane in a way that that's a controversial thing, because if you think about it, the only thing I've really done since a bullet almost killed him is to say I like him and encourage other people to say they like him too. But I think it is changing. More people are getting comfortable speaking up and admitting they like him. And as I've been saying, I think that's helpful for everybody. It's helpful for people that like Trump, and it's also helpful for people that are on the left that have a lot of anxiety about a Trump presidency to understand that the CEO of Sticker Mill likes him, that Mike Tyson likes him, that 50 Cent seems to like him, that Lil Wayne likes him, that RFK likes President Trump, that Elon Musk likes President Trump, and that all the people listening like President Trump. I'm sure people listening know what I'm talking about, and they've kept quiet. But everybody listening, get my stickers at stickerpac.com, hand them out and admit you like Trump. Or if you don't get the stickers or you get them and you run out, just say you like them in a nice way, because I've been doing customer service for a long time. When people get mad at you, they're mad at first, and then there's a period of regret. And so the best thing you can do is admit you like them, let people get upset. And I think a lot of the people that get upset and spew hate at me or spew hate at the people listening, they probably feel so bad, they might end up going and vote for Trump too. Many of them are probably going to end up thinking to myself, what have I been saying? What have I been doing? I was saying all these terrible things about the Sticker Mill CEO. I was saying all these terrible things about my friends. What am I doing? Maybe I got to go vote Trump too. So I think we're going to help the left calm down, and we're going to maybe help a lot of them decide to vote for Trump too.
Yeah, that would be amazing, truly. And of course, it's in big part because of individual citizens stepping up. And I think that this is going to inspire other people. It's inspired me. I know a lot of other people that are talking about it as well. So thank you for everything that you're doing. Thank you for taking a stand, truly. And it's been great to have you on the show. Thank you, of course, for your time, Anthony.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be here. Everybody go right now and look up Say What You Mean on worldstar.com, on YouTube, Apple, and everywhere else, and share the song. It's a great song. It's going to be #1, and you heard it here first.
Well, thank you. God bless, Anthony.
All right. Thank you.